What the grass taught me about patience and manifestation. Have you ever really watched grass grow? Most people would say it is the definition of boredom. But today I want to share with you a profound journey, one that began when I found myself sitting in a meadow, feeling frustrated with my manifestation practice. It was here, among these humble green blades, that I discovered the most powerful lessons about patience, time, and the true nature of bringing our dreams into reality. Lesson 1. Time is a human construct. The first thing that struck me as I sat watching the grass was this. The universe does not operate on our clocks or calendars. We have created minutes, hours, days, and years as a way to organize our human experience. But nature knows nothing of these constructs. Grass does not check its watch and say, "I should be 2 inches taller by Tuesday." It does not set quarterly growth goals or worry about meeting deadlines. It simply exists in a state of perpetual becoming, responding to sun, soil, and water in its own divine rhythm. Similarly, our manifestations exist in a timeless realm. They are not bound by our earthly concept of time. They come to life when the universal conditions align perfectly, not when we demand them, not when our patience runs thin, and certainly not according to the arbitrary timelines we try to impose on the universe. Think about it. When you plant a seed, you do not know exactly when it will sprout. Some seeds germinate in days, others take weeks, and some may lie dormant for seasons before the conditions are right. Yet each seed contains within it the perfect blueprint for its growth, and it will manifest exactly when it is meant to. Lesson 2. Control creates resistance. As I continued my observation, I noticed something crucial. Have you ever tried to force grass to grow faster? Perhaps as a child you pulled on plant shoots thinking you could help them along. I remember doing this, and what happened? The plants withered or broke. The more we pull at grass, the more likely we are to damage the very growth we desire. This is perhaps the most challenging lesson for those of us practicing manifestation. The harder we grasp, the tighter everything becomes, creating a stagnant energy that blocks our dreams from flowing to us. It is like trying to hold water in your fist. The tighter you squeeze, the less you retain. Our manifestations work the same way. When we obsessively check for signs, when we constantly affirm with anxiety rather than trust, when we try to micromanage the universe's delivery system, we create resistance. The grass taught me that true power lies in surrender. Not the surrender of giving up, but the surrender of giving over. Releasing our tight grip on the how and when, so that the universe can work its magic unimpeded. Lesson 3. Deep roots create abundance. One of the most fascinating things about grass is what happens beneath the surface. For every blade you see above ground, there is an intricate network of roots spreading below, sometimes 2, 3, even 4 times deeper than the visible growth. This underground system is doing critical work, anchoring the plant, gathering nutrients, storing energy for future growth. All of this happens invisibly, silently, and cannot be rushed. If you were to dig up the grass to check on its roots every day, you would destroy the very system that enables its growth. Similarly, our internal preparations, our affirmations, visualizations, the cultivation of belief creates the foundation for manifestations in ways we cannot always perceive or accelerate. Just as grass develops its root system before showing significant growth above ground, our desires often require substantial energetic groundwork before they materialize in physical form. I learned to trust this invisible process. When it seems like nothing is happening with your manifestation, remember the grass roots. Beneath the surface, in the quantum field of possibilities, your desires are taking root, gathering the energy they need to burst forth into your reality. Lesson 4. Release the timeline. The grass field also showed me something remarkable about resilience and timing. When grass gets stepped on, mowed down, or eaten by animals, it does not bemoan its fate or question the timing of these events. It does not say, "This wasn't supposed to happen until next month," or "Why is this happening to me now?" Instead, it simply continues its natural process. It bends, adapts, and grows anew. This is the essence of releasing our attachment to timelines. The grass trusts in its inherent nature to grow, regardless of external circumstances or timing. Our manifestation journey requires this same surrender to divine timing. We must release our attachment to when and embrace the essence of our desires. The universe operates on perfect timing, not early, not late, but exactly when all elements align for the highest good. I began to ask myself, what if the delay in my manifestation is actually protecting me? What if something better is being prepared? What if I am being guided to develop qualities I will need when my desire arrives? An important question, isn't it? Lesson 5. Everything grows in cycles. As days turned to weeks in my grass observation, I noticed the cyclical nature of growth. Grass does not grow continuously at the same rate. There are periods of rapid growth, times of rest, seasons of dormancy, and moments of renewal. The grass taught me that manifestation is not linear. It is not a straight line from desire to fulfillment. Instead, it is a spiral dance of expansion and integration, action and rest, visible process and invisible preparation. Sometimes our manifestations seem to stall or even regress. We might feel like we are moving backwards. But just as grass appears to die back in winter, only to return more vigorous in spring, our desires often go through similar cycles of apparent dormancy before blooming into reality. Lesson 6. Flow over force. Perhaps the most beautiful lesson came from watching how grass moves with the elements rather than against them. When the wind blows, grass bends gracefully. It does not resist or fight. It flows. This taught me about the difference between force and power. Force is when we try to make things happen through sheer will. Power is when we align with natural forces and allow them to carry us forward. the grass demonstrated that true strength lies in flexibility, in knowing when to yield and when to stand firm. When we loosen our grip on time and control, we allow our manifestations to flow naturally into our reality. Often, they drive in ways more beautiful and perfect than we could have orchestrated through force. Lesson 7. The interconnected web. As my time in the meadow deepened, I began to see how each blade of grass, while individual, was part of a greater whole. The root systems intertwined beneath the soil, creating a network of mutual support. No blade grew entirely alone. This mirrors our manifestation journey perfectly. We are not isolated beings trying to manifest in a vacuum. We are part of an interconnected universe where our desires ripple out and affect the whole, just as the whole affects our individual experience. Sometimes our manifestations are delayed because they are part of a larger orchestration we cannot see yet. Perhaps our desire needs to align with someone else's path, or maybe the universe is arranging circumstances that will benefit many, not just you. Lesson 8. Trust the intelligence. The final and perhaps most profound lesson was about trust. Grass does not doubt its ability to grow. It does not question whether it is worthy of sunlight or wonder if it is doing photosynthesis correctly. It simply trusts in its innate intelligence to do what it was designed to do. Each blade contains within it billions of years of evolutionary wisdom. It knows how to convert sunlight into energy, how to draw nutrients from the soil, how to reproduce and thrive. This same intelligence flows through us and through our desires. When we plant the seeds of our desires in the fertile soul of our consciousness, we must trust that they contain with them all the intelligence needed to manifest. Our job is not to dig them up constantly to check on their progress, but to provide the right conditions, positive thoughts, aligned actions, and patience, trust. The practice of grass consciousness. So how do we apply these lessons to our manifestation practice? How do we embody grass consciousness in our daily lives? First, we release our attachment to timelines. When you feel impatient, remember that the universe does not operate on human time. Your manifestation is developing in perfect divine order. Second, we loosen our grip on control. Instead of trying to force outcomes, we focus on tending to our inner garden, our thoughts, beliefs, and emotions. Third, we trust the invisible work. Even when nothing seems to be happening, we remember that roots are growing, foundations are being laid, and energy is gathering for our manifestation to emerge. Fourth, we flow with the natural cycles. We honor times of action and times of rest, knowing that both are essential to the manifestation process. Remember, like grass, your dreams are growing even when you cannot see them. They are developing in the timeless realm of pure potential, gathering exactly what they need to manifest in perfect form at the perfect moment. Trust the process, release control, embrace patience, and know that just as surely as grass grows, your desires are making their way to you in perfect timing. Because The universe's timing is always divine. The universe has heard you. The seeds have been planted. Now, like the grass, simply be what you are and allow the magic to unfold.